Hi guys, it's me, Darren. I just wanted to get on and tell you I've been going through a little bit of things. I know that I wrote a weird comment the other day. I was going through some things, and I found out that like life isn't really what I thought it was when it comes to the social justice aspect of things. When it comes to the court system. And I noticed that I've been being screwed over. And I'll start off with my first charge that I ever got in my life, which was they said I was concealed carrying, but I really wasn't. And my lawyer was working for the prosecutor the whole time. And I finally found that out when I violated, and it was the weakest violation charge that I've ever got. And they tried to, on the violation charge, they tried to say that I was resisting an officer, and I'm about to show you that video. I want to take it to trial because like I feel like I already owe the court too much money. I've already paid them $2,000 in fines, and well, not paid them already, but that's what I'm looking at paying them, and I'm literally paying them this money for my freedom because on this charge they gave me a plea for court costs and to write a letter of apology to the officers when they pushed me on my car, and I didn't even do anything to them. Like it was just such a shock that when it all happened because it was so unexpected that all this happened. And I'm about to show you this video, and I'm gonna let y'all know for the first hand, cop or whoever. I'm not. I don't care about warrants or any of that. Like I swear, like if I fail this trial, I might have to go postal, and I might not be the same person, and I could be dead. And I know I have to run away from here because if these people do not believe in the laws and the BS that they spew, then I'm not gonna sit here. I'm gonna go back to my country of birth because I honestly feel that these Americans that live here, they don't give a shit about nothing. Literally nothing. And if they can get away with this, when I didn't do it, I didn't have any drugs, I didn't have any warrants. I've always been, under the radar, and I haven't done anything that I need to go. And I'm about to show you a few videos if you care to, actually give a shit and listen. And I just wanted to give a shout out to Vicky and a few other people out there, and Haley, and Dominique and my friends and family. I'm doing fine. But I'm about to show you these videos if you care. I'm about to show you a small segment of it, and I'm gonna start right here. And if you care to actually get these videos, you can message me or comment on on any of my comments on the timeline, and I'll get back with you. And you can see what they're doing. I do not consent to any services.
Step back, huh?
They did a foster.
Lay your stuff on the seat over there.
I'm about to show you how. Country music all around, bro. Black dog. The dog doesn't even indicate anything. His mind is somewhere else. So all you have to drive the dog. Now, might I remind you that this cop or this sheriff has a toy in his hand, and he's exciting the dog. So the dog knows if I sit down, I get the toy. That's all it knows. It doesn't realize the seriousness of what's about to happen. He doesn't care. He just wants the toy. And might I remind you, he had to drag the dog because the dog was losing track of what it was supposed to do. He literally had to drag the dog to the car. And my driver's side window was down. And you would think that if there was an odor, he would sniff on my side of the vehicle and sit down automatically but instead he alerts where there's a closed door that's sealed, and you would think that he wouldn't alert there, but he would alert on the driver's side with the window down, but he alerts there. And let me remind you that there's another car. I'm about to move my mouse. There's another car, the red one, like right here, but they only indicate that it's coming from my vehicle. And let me remind you, I'm in Royale Apartments. Like, You know, I'm in Royale Apartments. There's a lot of people. There's a high volume of traffic and people who flow through here, but they assume that I have drugs. And here's what
Nice.
Now you seen that he gave the toy to the dog, and the dog bit after it. That's all he cares about. On another video, they take my belongings and then they tried to do another sniff check. But what's funny is they didn't have the toy that time. They automatically tell him to sniff, you know, the items that were inside of the you know, the police office or the sheriff's department, and it was nothing. Nothing indicated that, you know, there was any drug. No one had any in their closed compartments. No one had any drugs in there. And what's funny is they didn't even check where my spare tire was. You would think that, you know, they would do a thorough search and check under there. They didn't. They just took my safe. What if I use that as a decoy? Like, how clueless.
213 positive alert. Good. Shut up. Shut up. Here. Give me my toy. Come here. And my leash.
No, he says, give me my toy. He was enticing that dog with that toy. In fact, the toy made to get the dog inside there. You ever throw a, you know, they assume that these dogs are so smart, but you know, ever notice that how you can trick a dog with a toy? How you pretend to throw it and they go after and search for it? And they really rely on these dogs to find drugs.
Step out from him. Clear your stuff on the seat over there.
When he asked me to step out of the vehicle, I couldn't because I had my stuff in there, and I wanted to know if he wanted me to put my stuff down or what. As far as lawful commands go, there is no really a clear definition on what a lawful command is, and they keep it that way to use in court. So there is no, but if you check in the list of probable causes, a free air sniff that's positive isn't a probable cause. And if they're trying to say that this is a procedure, I asked them for the procedure and they couldn't even provide it. And they're just saying that it's an oral thing. But every procedure that's recognized by a court has to be in writing. These people do everything in writing. I mean, they learn from the legislative branch. But if it's not there inside the legislation, you know, anywhere in wording what your procedures is, it's null and void.
Is there anything wrong?
Step out. Face your car. Step out and face your car.
Notice how I step out of the car. I'll show you again. Look at my leg and I'll follow with the cursor. He asked me to step out of the car. I asked him, is anything wrong? He asked me to step out of the car, and I start to step out. So this is the second time.
Anything wrong?
Step out. Face your car.
Look at my foot. You see my foot, right? I got out.
Is there anything wrong?
Step out. Face your car. Step out and face your car.
He grabs me, and I'm shocked. You can see, look at my eyes. I'm like, okay, like, he grabs me with force to the point where I'm like, wow, are you kidding me? Like, and I kind of nudge back from him, like, hold on, dude, I will defend myself. You know, you don't grab. Look at him. Look at the way he's grabbing me.
Where are you touching?
Look at the way he's grabbing me. I'm just asking him, like, okay, why are you touching me? He doesn't say anything, so I still get out of the vehicle anyway.
Step out and face your car.
But why are you touching?
I turn around.
Face the car.
But why?
Turn around and face the car.
As soon as I turn around, he pushes me. You can see his arm right here literally pushing against me. Let me remind you that the other officer has a camera too, but it's not on. He doesn't show his side of the story, and he's the one who arrested me, the bald-headed cop.
Now. Why are you touching me?
Down and face the car.
Give me your hand.
Let me remind you, I had to save myself with this arm. I literally had to save myself because they pushed me, and I had to use this arm to brace myself from falling and hitting my windshield.
You're not even gonna give me traffic.
You can see I was giving him my arm the whole time. But the thing was, Mr. Langer saw that I had to brace myself from this cop pushing me and literally trying to bully me and, you know, and use brutality against me. Literally. He comes over aggressive already. Langer sits by. He kind of did what he was supposed to. You know, he let me at least brace myself, and I gave him my arm. You know, I tried while this guy was prying at my back with a taser and pushing me.
Give me your hand. Give me your hand. Now you're going to get tased.
But what am I doing wrong?
He says I'm going to get tased. while I'm trying to give this man my hand and let Mr. Langer handcuff me. And I'm not even going anywhere. I'm not even struggling. I'm wedged in between my car door and the frame. Where am I going to go with my hands behind my back with a taser? And I wasn't even moving. Literally. I'll replay that again.
Step out. Face your car. Step out and face your car.
Where are you touching?
Step out and face your car.
But why are you touching?
Turn around and face the car.
But why?
Turn around and face the car now.
Why are you touching?
Give me your
down and face the car.
Give me your hands. You're gonna get tased.
Do not even give me traffic.
Give me your hands. Give me your other hand. Now you're gonna get tased.
But what am I doing wrong?
291, give me traffic.
I'm not doing anything wrong.
I'm gonna light you up. You don't do it. Stop.
I'm not even doing anything. You're not telling me where I'm being.
213, we have one detained. We're resisting.
What am I doing? You don't, sir, my...
He says I was resisting, but I really wasn't. I stepped out of the car on my own, and I turned around, and he pushed me, and I lost my balance. I'll play that again where he pushes me. Watch me turn. I'll play it slowly.
Clear yourself from the seat over.
Is there anything wrong?
Have to step out. Face your car. Step out and face your car.
Now look, I'm trying to turn around. He won't even let me turn around so he can put the cuffs on me.
Where are you touching?
He touches me, and that's all I was like. I was shocked, and I just look at him like, why do you have your hands on me already? Like, are you going to let me get out of my vehicle? And I can't step out while I got one person on my arm. Like, and you see me trying to get out of this small car.
Step out and face your car.
But why are you touching?
On me, and I'm turning around. Literally, I get out of the car on my own, and he says he pulls me out. Look at his hands. He has his hands firmly around me. Where are we going?
Face the car.
But what?
I turn around.
Turn around and face the
I
car.
turn, and he pushes me. I'm all the way
Now.
Why are you touching?
Give me your
Down
hands.
and face the
Give me
car.
your hands. You're gonna get tased.
Do not even give me.
Alright, he's pushing me against my car, and I was turning around. He wouldn't even let me turn all the way around, and I'm like, you got your hand on me. How can I turn around? Like, you know, I can't turn, you know, I'm trying to turn around to the car, and you push me. And I'll play it again. I'll play it again where he pushes me.
Where are you touching?
Step out and face your car.
But why are you touching?
Turn around and face the car.
But why?
Turn around and face the car now.
He pushes me. Literally, right there. You can see his hand. Where my mouse is. He pushes me. As soon as I turn around, this guy pushes me.
Down and face the
Give me
car.
your hands.
He doesn't turn
Step
around.
out and face your car.
I turn
But why are you touching?
Turn around and face the car.
But why?
Turn around and face the car now.
Why are you touching?
Give me your hands.
Down and face the
Give me
car.
your hands. You're gonna get tased.
Do not even give me
I
traffic.
face the car when I'm already facing the car, you douchebag. But anyways,
Give me your hands.
You didn't even bark or anything.
he searches me. They search
Hey,
me.
Dude.
golly, are you? I'm so tired of
Get in the
these.
car.
Look, do you guys believe in anything?
And I was literally standing up for myself because I felt like they were harassing me. They literally just do that. And they didn't even tell me why, if I was being arrested or detained, so I didn't feel any obligation to get inside of the cop car at all. You're not going to tell me why I'm being detained. You're not going to tell me if I'm under arrest. They didn't say any of that. They didn't say any of that. Period. Let me remind you, I'm in handcuffs getting in the back of a cop car. Usually when people get in the back of a cop car, it's because you did something wrong. Hello? What happened? Alright, I'm on the way. Hold on. That's my friend calling me. He needs me to go do something for him. But, I'm gonna end this
Why are you guys doing? You guys are putting me in the back of the car. You guys even call the car.
Get in the car.
They didn't follow their procedures. They didn't tell me why I was in handcuffs. They didn't tell me why I had to enter the back of the seat. They didn't even tell me I was being detained. Which, you know, with the Patriot Act, they say they don't have to tell us anything, and this is wrong. If they can literally just take people off of the street and charge them with whatever and have them just try and fight for their lives for these cases, then your society has failed you. And if no one's willing to stand up to these people just because they, you know, they're basically pussies with dicks, you know, you give a cop a badge and a gun. You know, how do you change a pussy to a dick? Give them a badge and a gun. That's what you do. And it's really just insane. I'm willing to send this video. I had no drugs. You can look at my charge online. You can go to mugshot.com. And you can literally look up my charges. I have done nothing. And you got the video. I can send you all the videos that they're trying to use against me, and I want people to say if I was resisting the officer or not. I got out on my own free will. And I'm opening up to the world because I need help. And I'm gonna stop that right there. I'll be willing to ask any questions. I gotta go on a business run. Thank you. I'll get back to you. And I just wanted to thank the people who checked to see how I was doing. My friend Xavier. I'm busy right now, but like if I can't win this case in trial because they're trying to make me pay over $1,000 just to be free, and it's ridiculous, and I can't pay them. I got so much things going on right now, and I still got to pay off my probation, and I feel like I've been done wrong, but if the way the system is, I think they're gonna screw me over. I have to fight. And I feel like I'm going to die doing it. That's why I made that message. Because I feel like I'm going to die trying to fight for what I believe is right. But I'm willing to do that. And I just want you all to know that I love you all. But I feel like, I feel like I could just feel like, something's just telling me that, you need to run and fight. But I'll leave you alone on that note. Thanks, guys. I'll get back with you in a second. Bye.